All right, hopefully people can hear me. It's raining again, and I got a lot of stuff breaking up. So, you saw in the last video, trailer arm failed. And after looking back at it, the hinge that I used, the pin barrels weren't fully welded. They were just rolled over. So you put a weak pin and not fully welded pieces of metal, get some weight, it twists, it came apart, it bent the pin. So took everything apart, got it laid out, been thinking about it for a week or so. I think I have a plan. May work, may not work. Worst that's gonna happen is I have to redo it. Get the camera and come talk about it. Maybe I'll get the camera. Oh, got the camera. Okay, so got my pieces. That's cut. That one's cut. And at first, I thought about welding that piece to this plate, reinforcing it with that, setting that piece of box tubing underneath, and welding this in so it's at a 90-degree angle and the arm always sticks out. And the more I thought about it, the less I liked that idea. I didn't like it a lot to begin with, but the more I thought about it, the less I liked it. It's just going to be a trip hazard. I know I'm going to walk on it. I don't want that. So what I've decided to do is I got a piece of 3/8 Schedule 40 pipe. It was a long nipple. Cut it down and marked it. Labeled my pieces so they'll go on the bolt properly when I go to weld it. And basically, I get 1, 2, 3 pieces out of it, cut it here. 2 of the pieces will get welded to one side, 1 of the pieces will get welded to the other side. 3/8 pipe fits pretty good. It's a little loose, but it fits pretty good on a 7/16 bolt. I got that. I got a all metal lock nut, regular nut just for weld up purposes. Fitting it in here, as you can see, this jaw is designed to pivot on a radius, so use the offcut to help keep everything reasonably straight. So I'll cut it in 3 pieces. I thought about cutting it in 2 pieces. I guess in theory it doesn't. I have no clue if it matters or not. I don't know. I'm just gonna go ahead and cut it in 3 pieces, and then I'll just weld them all together as they are, and mount them up to the cart, and we'll see what happens. I mean, like I say, worst comes to worst, it's going to bend up like it did last time. If not, it's going to work. I think I'll also end up, I was going back and forth on how to hold this arm up when it did pivot, and I thought about a magnet. Magnets I have won't hold. What I do have are some brass hooks, brass like hook and eyelet thing, closures. And I'm thinking about taking one of the hooks, drill a small hole into the side of the tubing where the hook lands, then I can just kind of pin the hook in there when the arm's not needed, slide it out, it all stays attached to the sled unit, and everything's good to go. I'm sure it'll not work the way it does in my head, but, you know, what's the worst that's going to happen? You got to back up, regroup, and try something new. All right, let's see what we can get done. Okay, so I got my ugly welds done. You can see what I did here. Just cut it into 3 sections. Yeah, I probably should only cut it in half and then give me better surface contact area for the welds. But the hinge will hinge. Yeah, and I'm expecting it to break. This is, like I keep telling people, this is a cobbled together project. It's trial and error. I don't know if this will work for what I want it to do from the start, let alone with issues and things like that. So I guess now it's going to be try to get it over on that and I don't know, see if it still fits and everything like that. Once I get it up there and I do it, then I can check, put my holding pin or hook in on this end and just see what happens. I know one of the other things where I don't know if hinging is going to be in-game suitable for me or not was in some of the parts. I'm good with words. Some of the parts of my driveway, it kind of wanted to fold in. It didn't fold in completely, but it kind of wanted to fold in on itself. So, I don't know. That, like I say, it's going to be a trial and error issue. Let me see if I can get this thing all on, and we'll go from there. Okay, so got it done. As you saw, I went ahead and shot a quick coat of paint on the bare spots where it ground things away and then immediately screwed it in place. Building and working stuff like this, if the biggest concern you have is the fact that the paint's not dry, you're in a much better place than I am. But it's on. It's what it is. I completely and totally expect this to fail. And used copper anti-seize on the pin on the bolt that I put through. It is a full metal lock nut. Found this guy, and I can't see where the hole is. I'm on the wrong side of the thing. There we go. And that holds. That'll hold the arm up. So, I'll walk into it at hip height instead of, tripping over it and breaking my shins and my knees and my ankles and everything else. It's still raining pretty good outside, so I think I'm going to end this portion of the video here, and I'll pick it up. Hopefully pick it up tomorrow. It's supposed to quit raining this afternoon. And then I can take it out tomorrow afternoon, hopefully, and road test it down the driveway and see what happens. All right, so it's a new day. It's bright and sunny. It snowed a little bit yesterday. Not enough to do anything but ruin the roads, but it's cool. I got the helper out, and we took the trash can sled out for the first run. Hinge doesn't look broken. Let's go see what we got. All right, helper.
Yeah, I'm quitting my recommendation.
All right, so what we got here? We got, let's see, 2 trash cans on a sled. It's all wonky wood. I showed how I did all this. The last time it broke, like I said, more than likely it was because it wasn't a fully welded pivot. It was just a rollover. So it spread and then twisted the pin on the inside. Everything seems to be doing well. I can go all the way down to the end, flip around, come back. Not perfectly straight or even, but that's kind of what you get with these things. It's not a big deal. Overall, this cost me we'll say, since pretty much everything was scrapped, the only things I really had to buy were the lag bolts, those long lag bolts I used. And they were pretty pricey. I want to say that was like $20 or $25 worth of lag bolts. But my memory's off. I know they're somewhere between like $1.25, $1.50 a piece. I guess we could say that the wheels cost me, because the tires are off of a wagon. I replaced these with flat free airless tires. So these are the takeoffs. So I guess you count the cost. There's $54 for the set of 4 flat free airless tires. So I guess you could say that's $50, $54. Everything else though I had laying around the shop. Brass eyelets from a house that I lived in years ago. Just wonkety wood that I've had for years. Most of it all I got in trade. I didn't pay for any of it. Which, and this was at the height of the lumberyard jokes where, I've got 16 wonky 2x4s. I know what I got. Don't lowball me. But when you can work on equipment and your buddy owns a lumberyard, hey, trades are trades, right? Yeah, everything else just leftover bits and baubles. Let's go ahead and not quite call it a day. We're going to see what we can do here. Hold on, let me pause and see if I can't come back to the video. Well, the plan was to get footage of the helper driving the tractor, but he doesn't quite weigh enough yet to keep the seat down, and it kept dying because the dead man switch pop up on the seat. So we're going to try something different, and we're going to see if he can't maybe take a little footage. Now remember, buddy, hold the camera. It's already recording. And remember, you want to be able to see the trailer moving, okay?
I'll stand right here. So there's Dad.
Alright, I'm sure a lot of that's going to end up getting edited, so we don't know where we'll be on this. Probably should have set up the bulk camera, but that's where they'll live. And it does make it nice the way they slide in. Sorry, I left the mower running. So, just the way they slide in. The can lids are here. All I got to do is back the mower up to the trailer on night before trash day, drag them down, unload them, and go. So, get out, have fun. Enjoy what you're doing, and don't forget to use your scraps up, because like I said, this was really inexpensive for what I needed. All right, everybody, bye.